Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijer, and I believe in dragons. And in the old times, in the ancient times, dragons were seen as gods because in the ancient times, gods were not with a human face. And now every god has a human face. The most well known is the one here, Jeebus. Everyone knows this. He's a man. Is a human, but they worship for him. If he actually came back from the dead, actually, for real, and he saw what they did for him, he would be embarrassed because he didn't want Christianity to exist. He wanted to end religion. He wanted to restart a spirituality of ancient times with not dragons, but not human as well. He's God's. He's God. He was not a Jew because he was not. He was pulled on the cross. He was actually more like us, like my brothers and sisters, reviving an ancient god or goddess, an ancient spiritual path. And that is the reason why they killed him. They just abused his name so they can create a Judaism 2.0. It's actually very sad. It's also something that humans want. It's psychological. It's something they wanted more power, so they created gods with a human face. A human face has more. Yeah, you have more a bond with this because it is a human. And if you see the resemblance of the Christian God or the Islamic God now, then you will always see a human resemblance. And that is actually a bit of a mistake. But to see that we are actually gods, that is actually very selfish of us. To see ourselves as gods, to see this man hanging on a cross as something that we should feel connected with. There is always people who say that the dragon's path is something bad, it's something demonic, it's something evil, you should get rid of it. Because it is an animal, and animals were always seen in the news times, especially the past 3,000 years, as something bad. If you see how we treat animals now, in the old times until now, we treat them bad like products. We treat them horrible. That is because they don't see a value in animals anymore. And that is because the new spiritualities and the new religions were like that. And sometimes to ridicule myself with, to ridicule me on the job or somewhere else, or maybe on the internet, they say they will eat the dragon, they will kill the dragon, eat the dragon in front of me. Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times actually. And I don't care because it's not their path. How they cannot, of course, understand something like that. In the ancient times, in the old times, I always say ancient. In the old times, like 50 years ago, when you say gay marriage, it's something like no, this cannot be. It's against nature. It's a crime against nature. Even though every animal does it as well, we are not doing this because Christianity says so. We are inside of society that is based on religion and on power, and if they say no, then it will be no, and everyone will be influenced by this. That is what they wanted, and that is what they had. It's actually very sad. You have to think for yourself, my brothers and sisters, not society that has to think for you, because society is something that is also not only based on Christianity, but also based on power and what they want, but not what you want. That is how I get rid of Christianity and get rid actually of everything they said to me. Like they say in this movie, it was one of my favorite movies, Willow from '88. They said magic is the bloodstream of the universe. Forget all you know or think you know. All you need is your intuition. The power to control the world. It is in which finger? It's your finger, your own finger. And that is one of the most wise things that I ever heard from a movie. even though it was based on it actually was a fantasy movie, but that was very, very true, and I can relate to that. That actually you have to use your own mind, because why is this cross here? It's not just for that. It's to remember people who the boss is, and they will immediately bow for that, because God said that. I did the same. My God, my goddess actually, Tiamat and Leviathan and all these dragon gods, um, they say a lot of things to me. My guardian always talks to me. Actually, always. He's talking to me right now. But that is not a message for other people. They don't have to believe in the dragon. I don't care what they say about my dragon. If they want to eat my dragon and kill my dragon, I already know that. If my guardian, and my God would return, I know that they will be in mortal danger because of humanity. I know they will be seen as monsters. I know that. You don't have to tell me. That is why they are safe where they are now. One with nature. On beyond the fifth gate. I don't expect here to come across a statue of the dragon. Even though I would love that. I would love to see that. But that is not my intention. I don't want large buildings with a dragon statue on it. I want freedom. I want freedom in believing. I want freedom in what I think and freedom in what I do. And actually, where we live now, there is no freedom at all. All based on power, all based on religion, all based on gods with a human face. In the old times, it was just as well if the gods were not a human face, like in Egyptian gods, like the Babylonian gods. They also use that, of course, as to suppress people. They use that as well. It's just religion. It was also religion back in the day. Back in the day, it was, but not seen as that humans are gods. Back in the day, it was seen as animals and the earth itself and everything that nature had was actually God. It all changed when Zeus and all these Greek mythologies came, and that was the beginning of the end of the true gods. And the true gods were nature, and the true gods were animals, animalistic beings that were the embodiments of nature forces. Actually, my brothers and sisters, I hope that our path will never become a religion. I hope it with all my heart that this will always be a path of freedom. That is what the dragon stands for. Freedom to do what you want, not society that tells you what to do. And that there will never be crosses like that in the shape of a dragon. Even though I would love that, because I love my dragon, I love to see them. But they don't have to become what other people think that I should do. This is my church over there. This is my church, and it's raining actually, and I love it actually, but my camera will be wet without this umbrella. I'm going to my church, nothing can stop me from that. Yesterday has been Halloween, Samhain, energy is still high, so yeah, if you go to the forest now, it's pure energy. That is where the dragon is home, and that is actually what we need. But they are destroying everything about this. They are destroying my churches. Even if the Notre Dame de Paris was burned down, they immediately had millions and millions of euros to restore just a building. But to cut down my trees, to cut down my church, even though we all need that for our oxygen, even if we need that, even if we need my church, we are still destroying it. Time for a change. And that is also something that is based on Christianity and all the other religions like Islam. It was cut down for money and power. It was cut down because they can, not because they care. We have to think for ourselves, my brothers and sisters. Thinking for ourselves is true power. That it means that that you can get rid of what society tells you, but you tell yourself. Pure power lies inside of you, and that needs to be found. And then you finally get freedom and get rid of the chained up dragon that I always say. Don't let the dragon be chained up. Let them free and be what you are. Let them laugh, let them tell what they want. It's not their path, it's yours. They don't understand this, and they don't need to. Only if you understand, it's well enough. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.